What's going on, guys? I'm Mike with Michael Anthony Photography. Thank you for checking out my article in this month's Shutter Magazine. Guys, this is my anniversary, 1 year of writing for Shutter Magazine. I'm really excited because this month is about a topic that I really care deeply about. So this month I wrote an article on transforming your wedding business through the sale of albums. Early in our career, we adopted albums as a strategy in order to not only increase our sales, but also differentiate ourselves from our competitors. If you guys have been watching my videos and reading my articles for the last year, you know that the one thing I've been trying to hammer home to all of you is to be different and be unique, and you'll see success in a very, very competitive wedding market. So guys, through the sale of albums, we have been able to increase our revenues to the point where not only we can make a good living, but we're also able to have employees, and we're able to grow our business to the point where it's not just me shooting our weddings anymore, which has been really, really good in terms of freeing up my time to market and overall grow the company. I really do believe that in the beginning, if we didn't offer albums as a way to communicate visually our storytelling abilities, that our company wouldn't be where it is today. So guys, there's three things that matter a lot when you guys are incorporating albums into your product line. The first thing is your ability to shoot for your story. Okay, so I talk about this in my article, and there's a couple of techniques I definitely want you guys to understand. First thing, when you guys are shooting your details, or when you guys are shooting bridal portraits or anything during the getting ready portion of the day, I really want you to make sure that you're shooting with that final book in mind, right? Look at some album designs from some of your favorite photographers who have books on their website, and get some techniques in order to understand exactly what you would do in terms of the final product. One thing that I love to do is I love during the getting ready portion to take a really beautiful bridal portrait horizontally, right? And then I'm gonna take pictures of all of that bride's details vertically, and then I'll put them together on opposite sides of the page with some negative space leading into that bridal portrait, or our closing image is what I like to call it. Because that's going to create impact, right? So when your bride is looking through the album, they're seeing these different storytelling techniques. Another technique that I talk about in my article that I really, really love is film stripping, right? So film stripping basically involves taking a bunch of images of a particular moment, right, sequentially and with the same composition, and then putting them together on a page, one image after another. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, check it out in my article. There's an example there. I do think it's important because every time we're sitting in a consultation and our bride looks at that particular spread, they always are very, very wowed by our storytelling capabilities. Okay, guys? The next thing that's going to matter is the design. All right. So the design of your book, it basically ties in hand with the storytelling ability, is going to be very important. Our studio uses a professional editing company, Evolve Edits, to do all of our post production, but they also do our album design. If you guys are Premier members, for an extra $99 a month, Evolve is going to actually handle all of your album design and all of your changes, which is really important. So you're not going back and forth with your client when you could be out there marketing and making money for your business, right? Really, really important. Now, when you get to the point where you are overwhelmed with the workload when it comes to coming back and forth with your clients, that's definitely a strategy I definitely recommend. Anything you can outsource it before you hire somebody new in your studio. But if you're doing a lower volume of albums, or you're just starting to offer albums to your clients, I definitely recommend the new version 7 of Fundy software. I've used Fundy software for a really long time. I'm a really, really big fan of it. They have a new auto album design feature that actually looks at the timestamp of your images, and it will assemble a book for you with literally the click of a button. I was amazed when I saw how easy it was to do. And I can't recommend this highly enough for you guys. So if you haven't downloaded the trial yet, download the trial, buy the software. I know you guys are going to end up loving it. If you're not offering albums, that's definitely the point where to start. But guys, the most important thing when you decide on what books to offer your client, the most important thing when you decide to offer books to your client is what books you're going to offer to your clients, right? Now, we've gone through a bunch of album companies. Probably every single one of them I have a sample here at the studio. And we have settled on signature collection albums for a couple of different reasons, right? The actual quality of the books is second to none, and you won't know what I'm talking about until you get one in your hand. So definitely order a sample. But for those of you who aren't familiar with signature collection albums, the product line includes over 40 different leather options to choose from. Every single person that your clients have gone to, every single photographer that your clients have visited before you has shown them a black leather album or a linen cover album or something to that extent, right? Nothing that has wow, nothing that is unique, nothing that is completely different. So what you want to do, your goal in being different for your clients, is to overwhelm them and impress them on the first opportunity that you get, right? So when you put one of these books in their hands, The actual album quality, first of all, it's really heavy, right? If something's heavy, it feels expensive. People will have that perception. But the books are very, very good quality in terms of their build and in terms of the options available. So you can see the spine doesn't move that much, guys. It's got an acrylic cover. They also have a metal cover option, which I really love. The sheer size of the album itself, 12 by 18 inches. It's an 11 by 16. This one's a 12 by 18. But the sheer size of the book itself is impressive because when they open those books up, they're looking at images that are 36 inches wide or images that are 32 inches wide. And you can imagine that they haven't gone to any of your competitors and seen books that are that size. And then when they open up the album itself, you have a crushed velvet liner on the inside, and you have your choice of the art paper option, which is one of my favorite things that I love to offer our clients because it's unique, right? I want them to say, I've never seen anything like this before. If they said that, we've already won the battle in terms of convincing them that we are a great option for them in their search for a wedding photographer. But not only in their search for a wedding photographer, guys, when you guys are doing your wedding, when you finish the wedding and you bring them in for that post-wedding sales session, this is an incredible way to get them to spend more money into that next package, okay? We were averaging in 2014 a $500 post-wedding package, right? We incorporated signature collection albums. We actually got this yellow book was our first sample. And as soon as I showed that to our first client in a post-wedding sales session, we actually did a $2,700 sale. And that is not something that is a one-time thing for us at this point now. We're actually averaging over $1,500 on our post-wedding sales in over a year, in only a year. And you can imagine what that's done for our business. It's absolutely changed the dynamic of what we're able to do and offer to our clients in the future and in terms of the revenue that we're able to bring in. So guys, if you are looking for an album company, Signature Collection Albums offers a bunch of different varieties of books. They have their new Soho book, which I can't wait to get in my hands. It looks like it's going to be a great addition for our boudoir and for our wedding line. They have their Brooklyn collection, which is offered in our middle package. And then they have the New York collection, which is in our top collections and in our upgrades for our clients at the very end. So they do have something available for everybody. I definitely recommend checking them out. Go ahead and order a sample. I promise you guys, it will transform your business if you're selling it right and using the techniques we talk about in our article here. Thank you guys again for checking out my article, and I can't wait to catch you in next month's Shutter Magazine.